An airline actually has two reputations, one with its passengers and one with its peers.
And listen, there are a few seats left. If you're riding around the perimeter and want to stop by, we'd be glad to have you. So you come on by. Now we're going to talk to some other folks in the audience here, and just have a big time. Sir, would you give us your name?
How you doing, Porty?
Clyde, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You look sober. You're standing up and everything.
I'm as sober as a judge.
Looking good. Well,
I'm doing fine.
I'm glad to see you back out in the world again.
Oh yeah, I got back on my feet and everything. You know, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper.
Well, as everybody knows here, there was a time when you were not happy.
Oh yeah, there was, but that's all over now. I'm happy.
There was a time when you found solitude in the bottle.
Oh, well, you know.
But that's all behind you now.
Oh, yeah, it's behind. I'm happy, Porgy. I'm doing fine.
And it's good to see you happy.
Yeah, I got an apartment and everything.
Because there you were with a divorce, and it absolutely crushed you. And it's good to see that you have come back from that divorce.
Oh, yeah, it didn't bother me.
And you don't miss going home at night to a hot meal?
No, I don't mind that.
You don't miss your little dog Bobby coming across?
I don't miss that.
Jumping in your lap?
No, I don't mind that at all.
You don't need a loving, caring woman in your life.
I don't care, Coach. I don't need that stuff. I'm happy, Coach. I'm happy.
I know. And as a matter of fact, you're kind of a man about town now.
Oh yeah, I'm just having a ball out there. I'm so happy. I don't know what to do.
Well, we're just glad that you came out and shared your happiness.
Yeah, Coach. I'm glad to be here. This is the best time I've ever had.
I understand that your ex-wife is remarried.
I don't care.
And that little Bobby, the little dog, is now bringing somebody else their slippers.
Yeah. So what? It doesn't matter to me, Porgy. I'm just having a good time out here with all the Wacko.
Not many folks that handle this as well as you have.
That's right, Porgy. I'm a happy boy.
And you're doing all this sober.
Yeah, I haven't had anything to drink at all. I've had a drink since this morning.
All right, Clyde, I'm glad you dropped by as always. And you just brought a little sunshine to this room full of people.
Yeah. Well, everybody keep having a good time.
All right, you take care of yourself.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Clyde the Drunk. All right. Let's see who this lady is. Hello there.
Madam Zero, darling.
Hello, madam. How you doing?
Oh, good morning, Ludlow.
This is the first real madam I've ever met, I think.
Well, darling, it will not be the last.
Bless you. Bless you. What's on your mind today?
Oh, my mind is so filled with goodies. I want to make a prediction.
Okay. This is a psychic prediction now.
Psycho.
Psycho prediction.
Yes, darling.
Okay.
You know me, I'm always psycho.
Yeah.
Today is a marvelous day. It's going to be better and better if we do not behave. We have to throw discretion to the wind and do not take any precautions.
No precautions whatsoever?
No precautions.
Yeah, all right.
No, and another thing I want to do, may I please have Charles Degalle play one more song?
No.
Oh, sorry about that.
Charles says, I'm trying to figure out a way to tell you that Charles has disconnected his organ and not make it sound like that.
Well, you have come to the right department. Not only can I have him play a song with a disconnected organ, I can fix it where he don't even need the hands. He can...
All right?
All right, yeah.
All right, here we go. no hands, and a disconnected organ. Memories of my childhood. Take it away, darlings.
Well, there's his organ. You people
I
are...
knew that we put it somewhere.
You people are a bad...
You know how it is like Theodore. He's always losing things.
You people are a bad
He puts
influence
them
on
away,
me.
I bring them back.
Madam Zero, you're going to cost us our license. All right, Charles. Charles, what are you going to play? We need no more than about a 2 or 3 minute selection.
We have lost a great pianist 2 weeks ago. Everybody knows who Vladimir Horowitz is. And he had a special on Charles Degalle 2 Sundays ago. And one of his favorite numbers that he played in Russia when he went back home was Valse Caprice, or Memories of My Childhood. I would like to play that as a memorial to Vladimir Horowitz.
All right, Charles Degalle on the newly connected Wurlitzer. Here we go. All right, Charles Degalle. Nice hand for Charles Degalle. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Very, very nice. I was just handed a note, and as strange as this may seem, Oxford Bookstore is here, and they just happened to bring along a great supply of my new book, Honest Officers. The midget was on fire when I got here, and they have some out in the lobby, and I'll be glad to sign one for you. So enjoy. All right, we've got. Let me do this first, and I'll be right back. We've got to take care of some business on AM 750. Our time is Miller. It is 10:43 at AM 750 WSB, and we have another one of the WSB's finest is here. Say hello and give a nice round of applause to the newest member of the WSB family, Wes Minter. Wes. He was standing up. Y'all walk up and say hello to Wes, because it's a strange business and he could be gone like that. I'm just kidding. Come up here, Wes. Come up here. Wes is going to say something. Wes is going to address the assembly of the Wackos. Work that mic real close, yes.
Well, the only thing I have to say is that, as you know, I'm brand new on AM 750 WSB, and I mean this with all the sincerity that all of us, I'm sure, have, and that I have, that coming on after a class act like Ludlow Porch is a real pleasure. It's a real privilege. The man's one of the best in America, and he makes my job just that much easier. He really does. He really does. Y'all have a good time. Thank you very much.
Oh, wait, before you go, what are you doing this afternoon at 1 o'clock?
More fun and
games.
who are you doing it with?
How
many people here from Gwinnett County? Whoa. We're going to discuss the Lillian Webb situation. I don't mean to bring a downer on the party now.
Wes Minter at 1 o'clock today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming, Wes. Delighted to see you, my friend. Thank you. All right. Tell everybody your name.
Good morning, Letty. It's the polo player.
Randy, the polo player. And
Isn't this a wonderful crowd, Lud?
Good crowd, good crowd.
Of course, this is something that we've been trying to get together for a long time.
Indeed.
And, I didn't know until we got here that there was a regulation here at the Stouffer Waverly. They allow no horses. So the horses are all out, tied up to the pulpwood truck.
Right.
Ray was nice enough to let us do that as long as they didn't need any of the wood, and I don't think they'll do that.
They'll be careful.
I brought my short mallet here today, Lud.
I was going to ask you if you play polo on a pony or what.
This is a pony mallet, Lud.
All right.
No, actually, it's a hand mallet for practice. Okay. Shelley's got her big one, and in fact, for those of you, the polo lady is here, and if I can get her just to stand up real quick, she's kind of a shy woman.
Indeed. There she is.
There she is. That's the polo lady. And it's just nice to be here, Lud. And as always, it's a beautiful day.
All right, my friend. Glad to have you with us, Randy. Glad to have you, Shelley. He's got on his full regalia, if anybody that's got a camera. He's got on a lot more clothes than Earlene has. But you know, human nature is a funny thing. More people taking Earlene's picture than anybody else here. and she is the nearest naked. I wonder if there's any kind of correlation between that. Hello, young lady. What's your name?
Hello, Ludlow. This is Alcovey Lady.
Yes.
Just want you to know that I'm having a wonderful time. It's a great crowd. And I've been trying to win one of your cups for a long time, and I can't win a WSB cup.
Yeah.
I'm a cup collector.
Uh-huh.
I brung a cup to swap with you today. It might be a rival, but it's a good one.
No, it's WCNN, and you take my word for it, sweetheart. They are no rival.
Sorry about that. I lost that one, too.
I tell you what, you see me later. We've got another cup. I'm going to give you a cup, and you can keep that damn CNN.
Thanks, Ludlow.
Thank you, my friend. Give that lady a cup. All right. I just got handed an American flag, and I want the man who gave me this to come back up here. Where's our Snellville Doodle Dandy? Here's a voice we hear all the time. A nice hand for the Snellville Doodle Dandy.
Thank you, Ludlow.
I was tied up a minute ago, and I couldn't thank you for the flag, but you apparently given it to everybody in the room. There's a bunch of them.
I had a couple hundred compliments of the Snellville American Legion, and I was honored to do that. And I'm sorry I ran short, but it didn't have enough for everybody.
Well,
but
now, we're going to be here until 1. If you wanted to go back to Snellville.
Let me tell you one thing. Coming over here this morning was something else, and that's the reason I was late. But the traffic was unreal, and I had to change stages in Macon, I think it was.
I want to tell everybody that that as we go through these Wacko things, sometimes I can always depend on a few people bringing a little stability when we start talking about flag burning and that sort of thing, and you're one of them. And I want to thank you for your patriotism, your continued patriotism.
Well, I appreciate that very much, and thank you.
All right, man. Thank you.
I was going to bring my poem, my famous waving the flag poem, but I decided we'd just go on the even keel today and not do that. I would like to say hello to my father, 91-year-old World War I veteran at home. He's living with me now. That's another reason we were a little late. We had to take care of him this morning, get my sister over. But I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much.
91 years old, still keeping an eye on you, is he?
And I would like to present you with a small flag you can wear on your lapel when you have your jacket on or on your collar of your shirt. It's a little gold-plated American flag, and I'd like to present that to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Yes, sir. And what's your name?
I'm the Stockbridge Flash.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm looking for a sponsor this morning.
For a sponsor?
Yes, sir. We just started a cow tipping club, Stockbridge, first club in Stockbridge. We meet on the third Friday every month. And our first training class begins next week.
Have you checked for sponsorship with Pepsi Cola?
No. We do not have Pepsi. We would take Coca-Cola, I guess.
I would think, I would think out of this crowd, there's going to be somebody here. There's going to be somebody here that would be willing to sponsor that. I love it.
Well, one thing about it, I know there's a lot of people that don't know how to cow tip, and we'd be glad to show them. Come on down to Stockbridge, and we'll show them on the third Friday.
All right.
So, come on down.
I'll be there. I promise you. As you all know, Henry County is a absolute hotbed of cow tipping. All right, listen, time for me to tell you about one of my favorite products, Merle's Home Products. Listen, I often say this, if you need it killed or cleaned, Merle's is a place to go. Listen, they're all over town now. You're going to find them in Cub Food stores. You're going to find them in the Future stores, and they're spreading around in a lot of different stores. Select Winn-Dixie, Select Kroger, and that sort of thing. So I want you to do this. I want you to go in there. I want you to find their display, and I want you to read it carefully, because these folks have convinced me that they'll do exactly what they say they'll do, or you get your money back. If you got any bugs in the house, try the anti-crawl. If you want a furniture polish that has no buildup and doesn't smell like you just stuck your head into a limeade, Merle's. You stop by and pick them up. Merle's Home Products. I'm sold on these things. They'll do the job for you. You stop by and pick up some today. Merle's Home Products. Let's check in now with our meteorologist, Kirkphone. Hello there. What's your name, sir?
Hey, Ludster, Phil Dirt here.
Hello, Phil. How you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, buddy.
I tell you what, I've been doing a little bit of survey here, and for my money, the 3 best Wacko names in the house are Rick Shaw, Miller Pope, and Ludlow Porch.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Those cannot be real names. Please tell me. Ludster.
Yeah.
Y'all are always talking about radio's only full-time meteorologist, Kirk Mellish.
Yeah.
What is a meteorologist? How does he...
I've got, wait a minute now. I've got 3 answers, none of which I can use on the radio.
He is a doctor.
Uh-huh.
He is a doctor.
Oh, definitely a doctor.
Doctor, okay, good. And he predicts the weather. Why isn't he here today?
I'll explain all about that. Well, he's there predicting the weather. Is he here? He'll be here.
Great. We'll be looking
Kirk
for
Mellish
him.
will come and predict something for us.
Wonderful.
All right.
Wonderful. I just had one of the great moments of my life. I met the famous Kitty Litter.
All right.
She is here at last.
All right. Kitty finally made it through the traffic. There she is back there. There's a guy back here claiming to be Kitty Litter, but I know he's not. I know who Kitty is. Kitty, the guy with the beard, when you finally meet him. This is Kitty Litter in the corner of me. Kitty, wave to everybody. All right. Yes, sir. What's your name?
This is Quick Henry.
The one and only Quick Henry.
I have a poem for you today.
A poem from Quick Henry.
From June to August, the time goes by, I really don't know why. Do you suppose that anyone knows what makes that July fly?
And here is July Fly coming to the microphone. How you doing, young lady?
Fine.
Glad to see you.
Ludlow makes that July fly.
Oh, bless your heart, bless your heart.
One time, since my birthday is July the 4th, I didn't want to be a rebel. And I said if I was a rebel, I was a rebel without a cause. Ludlow said, we'll give you a cause. And he has.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You have these little pauses, July Fly. I'm never quite sure when you're through, and I always feel very rude when I talk to you, because a couple of times I've interrupted a poem with a thank you, and you said I'm not through. So go.
It's your show, Ludlow. You can say thank you if you want to.
But I never interrupt a lady. My mama will turn over in her grave and punch me in the mouth. We're glad you're here.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I told you I would be here if I didn't break a leg.
I know it, but you... what did you...
And you said, don't you dare.
All right. We've got more folks who have broken legs today that... Mama Barnesville, right back there beside you.
Mine's just worn out. It's not broken.
All right, but it's going to be all right soon, I understand.
I hope so.
All right. God love you. Bless your heart. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye. July Fly. Nice hand, please.
This is a commercial.
Okay.
We will be taking...
Wait a minute. A commercial for what?
We will be taking applications for the Early Tipping Society immediately after the broadcast.
This is where a bunch of guys go out and go early in tipping?
Yeah. Don't you think that'd be fun?
I think it'd be great fun, but I want to know what the rules and regulations are before I get involved in this.
Well, we haven't quite worked that out yet. We'll deal with that when the time comes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Bye-bye. Early Tea Bountiful, keeping us right on schedule. We are coming to you from the beautiful Stouffer Waverly Hotel. We'll be with you until 1 o'clock today, as we are every day, followed by almost immediately by Wes Minter. So we hope that two things, that if you're riding around the perimeter in your car, you'll drop by and stick your head in the door, because we still have a few seats filled up pretty good, but we still have a few seats, folks coming by. And let me urge everybody out in the lobby. They're selling some of the roast tapes, and as you know, all this money goes to charity. And if you'd like to have one of those tapes, now would be a good time. You wouldn't have to mail it or that sort of thing. So incidentally, we have sold a bunch of those things through the mail and want to sell a bunch more. So if you're listening on the radio or if you're here, get those, because that money, there's none of that money held out for administrative charges, for vice presidents in charge of this. Every nickel of that money goes to the mentally retarded. And we'll talk more about that as the day goes on. I need to tell you right now, I got to get out of here and make room for this person at WSB, but maybe the nicest lady in the world, Miriam Moad, is here. Miriam, say hello to everybody.
I see her.
All right. Sweet, sweet, dear lady. Checks in the mail. You know, everybody, the question you get asked most of all when you're in radio is what is so-and-so really like? What is Miriam really like? What is Bobby really like? What is Kim really like? And we'll tell you the honest to goodness truth, what you hear is pretty much what you get, because when you do it every morning, you can barely fake it. So this is a sweet, dear, dear lady here.
I love this man.
And you listen to her every morning. If you don't, I hope something unfortunate happens to you.
Thank you.
All right, we have some more questions for Zero. And sir, would you give us your name?
My name is Warren Peace.
Of course it is. God love you, Warren.
Hey, Warren. Yes, and I have a question for Zero, too.
All right.
Are you still burying them in straight up and down?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, so I bought some land in Texas, and I've got to move a fence. And I've got a bunch of fence post holes that I will be happy to let you have.
Well, they got to be bigger than that.
No, these are skinny people, or big fat posts, either one. So
well, I really have the big fat
I think it'll work. I think it'll work.
Well, see, Georgia Power does all my work.
They do?
Yeah, they dig it. They just dig the hole, you know, and then we just drop this concrete pipe down in there, and we got a cap. We just put
one on top of the other, or
you go as deep as you want to go.
I see.
Just put dividers in them, you know.
Such a tremendous opportunity.
It really is. With all that land in Texas.
Yeah. It's a pretty good sized fence too, and there's some big posts. I'll make a deal with you. I'll see you after a while.
All right,
real
you
good.
Get with me.
By the way, Grace Ann's doing real well.
Oh,
maybe get to go home tomorrow or the next day.
All right, bless her heart. I'm sorry she couldn't be here, but she needed to go.
Well, she's here in mind and spirit.
Bless her heart, and we love her. We all pray. We're all praying for her and for you too. Thank you.
Thank you, bud. See ya.
Warren Peace, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and now tell us your name, sir.
My name is Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, and you big enough to get somebody's attention, Mad Dog, wouldn't it?
I don't believe I got a box quite big enough for you.
Zero, I got a prospect for you, I believe. About 8:30, when I was getting out of my car to come in, there was an elderly gentleman getting out of a red Porsche right beside me. He looked like he might be about 104 years old.
You think I ought to go follow him around? Is that what you're telling me?
I just went out on the last break to check on him, and he was still getting out of the car. So.
Maybe I can just stay here. He'll be in here about 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon then.
Do you know what that sounds like to me? He was driving a red Porsche. It sounded like Luther Phillips, maybe in the parking lot.
That may be him.
Yeah.
Was he alone, or did he have a shapely young thing with him?
Somebody was opening the door for him, and they were blonde-headed, and
that's Luther.
She was shapely.
That's Luther.
Well, if he's old, I'm going to follow him around.
Luther and Buffy. Oh, all right.
Maybe you can send the marshal out there and check on him, but thanks, Ludlow, and thanks for having us today.
Oh, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Thank all of you for coming.
Appreciate the tip.
What great fun. All right, here she comes. My dinner partner last night, Bemildred, is here. Bemildred and I had dinner together last night, sitting back to back. It's the truth in a crowded restaurant. How you, dear heart?
Fine. How you?
Good.
I have a possible customer, Zero.
Now, who is that?
We're all possible customers.
If you'll just trot out J.B. Peavy.
Oh, Herman Peavy.
Herman Peavy.
Herman T. Peavy. Is Herman here?
If he'll trot out Herman, I'll give him a customer.
I don't think she likes
Herman is, of course, our male chauvinist pig in residence. Is Herman here? You know what? I bet he's here and doesn't have the courage to stand up.
That's probable.
That's probably it.
Come on, Herman.
Herman's not going to stand up. I don't blame him.
Well, sorry, Zero.
There's a true story, because some of you ladies were here. I know Sparky was here when this happened. I had Herman on another radio station. We're on the 7th floor, and for the new listeners out there, Herman is a male chauvinist pig. He doesn't think women should be in the workplace. Doesn't think they should vote, and as he says, they should stay home and be barefoot and fertile. I had him on another radio station. True story. This is in the book, incidentally. And somebody came, Bruce Bartley, the news director at WCNN, came in and said, before you let him go, you need to go down to the lobby. There's a bunch of women down there picketing. I went down in the lobby, and there was Sparky and a dozen assorted, obviously flesh-eating females waiting for this man to come down with picket signs and everything. And I said, they're just kidding. It'll be all right. you can go on down. And he said, the hell, it'll be all right. I'm going out through the basement. And that's why and I took him out through the basement of that office building. Absolutely true story. And
Well, I
Sparky,
see he didn't have nerve to come today.
Sparky was a ringleader of that, too.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mildred.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions for he needs to get away from me and start signing autographs, I know. Do you normally get many autograph seekers in the funeral home business? Oh, we do have. Step right up here. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Junebug.
The fabulous Junebug.
And don't try no strings on my legs either.
No.
Listen, I want to ask you something. I was looking forward to seeing the grief ladies today.
Well, it's like I explained a few minutes ago. They stacked up like cordwood over. We had a terrible weekend in
Speaking
Clayton
of
County.
stacked, the grief ladies are.
Oh. Well, let me ask you, do they have to rehearse to cry, or can they just cry on,
You can't.
know?
You just can't believe it. All you have to do is snap your fingers, and the tears come, and they can just bawl the guts out. You know.
I know it. I thought they got in a rut. You could get Tammy Faye since she's gonna be out of a job soon.
Well, you know, that's not a bad idea. I'm glad you brought that up. The old girl might be working cheap now.
Very, very, very good. Sir, are you waiting to get to the microphone, or are you in some kind of trance?
Personally, I think he's in a trance.
Tell everybody what...
Von Doppelganger.
Oh, Professor Doppelganger.
Really, you know, you lay out of work, you show up late, and then you come off down here. No way that you're going to get away from me and get out of playing trivia with me.
All right, I'm ready. We'll have to wing this one because I haven't prepared anything, but we're going to have to wing this right after these very important words. All right, welcome back, gang. When we last arrived at the ranch, we were about to do battle with the one and only Professor Doppelganger. Professor, you seem sort of tied up here with Earlene. You wanna have our triv off a little later on, or you want to do it now?
It don't matter.
Can you keep your mind on what you're doing?
I doubt it.
Don't get stale.
All right. Keep your mind on what you're doing now.
Okay, you want to go first or me?
Well, tell us what is our score? Do you know the score offhand?
Oh, 11-6 in your favor.
All right. You go first.
All right. You said I couldn't get you on a boxing question. Where were the first boxing matches held?
Where what?
Where were the first boxing matches held?
Under what rules are you talking about? I'm sure when two cavemen got ticked off over a piece of meat and went at it, but...
I can't hear you either.
Are you talking about under the Marquess of Queensberry rules, or are you talking about just old-fashioned boxing?
Old-fashioned boxing. Organized boxing.
Either in Greece or Rome, way, way back. I would go with Greece.
Samaria. King of the ancient Samaria, known as Iraq now.
That ain't exactly a Rocky Marciano question, but I'm gonna let that one slide with you. All right.
That is exactly right.
All right. Are you ready for yours?
Certainly.
All right. The number on the fuselage of the Spirit of St. Louis, what was it?
26.
No, you missed it, so we're tied again. It was NX 211.
211. Okay.
Your turn.
All right. Oh, gracious, I got to consult my notes. Who invented the sandwich?
The Earl of Sandwich.
The Chinese and Arabs were eating sandwiches 4,000 years ago.
All right. Are you going to give me a source for this, or I'll just take your word for it?
You're going to take my
word for it? I'll take your word for it. Okay. My turn. When the first bombing raid on Tokyo, what was the name of the aircraft carrier that Jimmy Doodle flew off of?
Lexington.
No, the Hornet.
Hornet.
You should have had that one.
You're right.
You should have had that one.
I gave you that one. You're right.
All right. Your turn.
Gotta go with my notes again. What is the exact definition of a B movie?
Anything with Elizabeth Scott in it. I give up. What's the exact definition?
It was the low-budget film made as the second part of a double feature.
That's it. All right.
That's exactly right.
That's a very good definition.
They call the other one A.
Right.
You know, AB?
Yeah.
Okay.
When was England first bombed? Oh, when were you first bombed, as a matter of fact?
About 1948, I think.
Give me the year England was first bombed.
The year? I don't think I heard you.
The year England was first bombed.
1940.
1914.
You caught me sleeping. Anyway, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. A nice hand for Professor Eric von Doppelganger. We need to hold that question for just 1 minute, if you would, because I understand through the magic of electronics that we are hooked up with a simulcast all the way from Tarpolian Gap, Wyoming, and Dave Lockwood. Dave, are you on the line now?
Well, you're on the air, Ludlow Porch. We're coming to you from Whack Radio, WACK, Whack Radio in Tarpolian Gap, Wyoming, and you're on the air. It's Funny Man Ludlow Porch down in Atlanta, Georgia, and I see by the old clock on the wall that it's 14 minutes past the hour. The big temperature thing out in the hallway says 27 degrees, big degrees here, and you're on Whack Radio.
Dave.
Yes, Ludlow Porch, Funny Man Ludlow Porch. Go ahead, you're on the air.
What are you trying to pull, Dave? You're not in Tarpolian Gap.
We're broadcasting live from Tarpolian Gap, Wyoming, right here on Whack Radio, WACK.
Stand up, you little weasel, and come up here and... Dave Lockwood, all the way with us from Tarpolian Gap,
WACK, Whack Radio here in Tarpolian Gap, Wyoming. And I see by the old clock on the wall that it's 14 minutes past the big hour. 14 minutes, and we're spinning those big picks to click, the wax to watch. Yes, sir. The cassettes to crash. Yes, sir. You're on the Dave Lockwood Show.
Are you actually going back to Tarpolian Gap, Dave?
Yes, I will be going back.
No, I mean on the air right now.
Yes, we're broadcasting live in Tarpolian Gap, Wyoming on WACK, Big Whack Radio.
Okay, do you think you...
Where it's 17 minutes past the hour, 17 minutes past the big hour here.
No,
and the big temperature thing outside the window says it is 37 big degrees here.
No.
Whack Radio.
Okay.
Where we've got the picks to click, the wax to watch. Yes, indeed. Spinning those big platters, modulating the megacycles here on Whack Radio. Good morning, Ludlow Porch. Say something funny. The funny man down in Atlanta, Georgia, WACK's own Ludlow Porch.
Dave, we have some folks up here. Would you like to talk to these folks? Is at least listen to them for a while?
Certainly, yes. Go right ahead. Go ahead. You're on Whack Radio, WACK, Whack Radio in Tarpolian Gap, Wyoming, where the time is 22 minutes past the big hour.
Rick, you want to turn his microphone off? Now then, go right ahead. You have a question?
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Hi,
Speak right
Ludlow.
up.
I'm Blimp of the Woods.
Hello,
You're
my man. Yeah, I know I haven't.
The international traveler.
Exactly.
I had a question for Zero, but since he's gone, I just would like to find out if anyone knows if Zero buries husbands in their lazy boy chairs.
I'm sure he would.
My wife swears up and down that's how she's going to bury me if she doesn't give me a burial at sea.
Well, you could think she could do both.
But the burial at sea she talks about is cremating me and flushing me down the toilet.
Oh, we're talking about the big C.
The big C, yeah. Yes, that lovely lady. We were down.
I will check. I happen to know for a fact that in the room there are several funeral directors, and we will put you with one or more of them before the day's over, and let them make estimates.
Yes, and if my mother-in-law goes before me, precedes me in death, I'd like to get a couple of cards so we can do that to her.
The old cremation, yeah, okay, all right. Now you can't go home. You've been on the radio.
She got friends here in the audience.
Incidentally, you furnished my trivia questions for Professor Doppelganger. So, Professor, if you're mad at me today, get mad at this man right here. Thank you, Blimp. Good to see you, buddy. The Blimp of the Woods.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You were on WACK Whack Radio. Guys and gals out there in Radio Land, that was the Blimp of the Woods. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Very, very funny. Do some more funny stuff. Ludlow Porch down there in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. Tell us your name, sir.
Lunny?
Yes.
This is Maxwell Smart.
Hello, Max. How are you?
All right. I had some questions for Zero because I had a couple bodies I needed burying.
Zero got away. He's probably still in the room someplace. You can get together with Zero.
I just want to know what the cheapest rate would be. Is it, let me see, 2-for-1 special, or if it goes per pound?
I think it's probably what he calls the blowing in the wind, where
If it went for a pound, I was wondering if I could just lead it around for a couple of months and let it lose weight.
That's the way to do it. But what he does is a matter of cremation and an electric fan, but it's a long story, and I don't want to get into it here.
Well, would it be cheaper if I go ahead and cremate it myself?
I think so. It'd be cheaper, and not very legal, but very nice.
I was wondering if your guest could speed up the pace a little bit. He's a little slow.
Yeah, could you do that, Dave?
Well, certainly so. Certainly so. That's the way we like it here. We've got things happening. Yes, indeed. It's all happening. Yes, indeed.
Dave,
Yes, it's happening here on WACK, Whack Radio here in Tarpon Gap, Wyoming, where you're on the air. Go ahead.
Why don't you say we'll be right back after?
We'll be right back after these important messages.
Roseanne on Oprah.
I never thought we could outdo ourselves, but Roseanne is back, and she is more fun than ever.
All right, we are right back at the beautiful Stouffer Waverly Hotel. Kind of a loud crowd over here. I knew I was in trouble when I saw a bunch of a pickup truck out here earlier. All right, let's see. Let's go right back to our microphone here, and give us your name, please.
Margie.
Hello, Margie. How you
Good morning.
doing? Good morning. How you doing?
I just want to say we're having a wonderful time.
Well, we haven't held a time, eh?
And I have a suggestion to make for myself and everybody that I've talked to. Couldn't we do this once a year?
I think so, yeah. I would like to do this.
At least.
I would like to do it every Tuesday. I can't do it every Monday because I'm in the mountains. But I figured that'd give me Monday and Tuesday off, see? And I could wind up being almost retired. Now, it's a great suggestion, and I don't see any reason we can't do it.
Don't you think it's a good idea? And I'd like to add one thing. Roxanne, we miss you. I wish you were here.
Where is Roxanne? I've been looking for Roxanne.
She's at home.
Oh, okay. There's Roxanne back there. No, no.
That's not Roxanne.
Beard's the wrong color. That's not Roxanne.
Wrong color. And he doesn't have a horse.
I wish Roxanne had made it. Bless her heart. Well, next year for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, Miss Margie. Bye-bye. One of the world's favorites. Step right up here. Here's, tell everybody your name.
Freckles.
Freckles is with us. How you doing, Freckles?
I'm doing fine. Being unemployed has its advantages.
It does. It sure does. It sure does.
This is my first chance to do this. When last we spoke, I think I told you that my 32-year-old daughter, who had never married, had just married, and had married a man who had custody of 4 children. Remember me telling you that?
I do remember that, yeah.
I want to give you an out of the mouths of babes.
Okay.
On her first night that she spent in his house, the children were used to seeing her there in the evening, but of course she had never stayed overnight. So first morning, the 3-year-old came in the room, and she said she opened her eyes. She had a feeling somebody was staring at her. She opened her eyes, and she said he was standing there, and he looked at her, and he backed off, and he went out of the room. She said, "Come on back. You want to get in the bed?" He walked up and he looked at her again. He said, "When you get here?"
Out of the mouths of babes.
That's right.
I love it. All right, here we go. We got another lady. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Sunshine.
Hello.
Seem to change my name to Flower Power.
Bless your heart. Sure you are, Sunshine.
Remember, I had to work on Friday, so I missed the Wackos now.
That's
so
right.
I had this device implanted in my tooth so that I can hear you.
Now you can hear us, all right.
Yes. I left it at home today.
All right.
Okay.
I'm dying to ask you where the aerial is, but I'm not going to.
You wouldn't want to do that on the air.
No.
I want to know if, after I get this patent for my flea catcher, if you will advertise that like you do everything else.
We sure will.
Okay, I had to jazz up the boots. Remember the boots, and you wrap the fly paper around?
Right, yeah.
Well, the ladies in Dunwoody and Buckhead want to jazz your boots.
All right. I love it.
So we're working on that.
That'll catch on. I promise you we'll both be millionaires.
Okay, and I want to know why we can't do this just every Monday. You don't need to be up in the mountains on Monday. Go on Friday.
I love it. Well, I tell you what, you worked that out with Jim Ashbury. He's here. Delightful.
And how many business do you suppose went to hell in a handbasket this morning so we could all be here?
Who
cares?
We don't even want to think about it.
You're right.
The wheels of commerce continue to turn.
Have a good one.
All right, be sweet. Thank you. Sunshine. All right. Hello there.
Well, hello, Ludlow.
Tell everybody
or
what
should I say good morning, Ludlow?
Either one will tell everybody what your name is.
Well, it's Dynamite.
Dynamite.
And I cannot believe it. I'm standing here. You know, it was about 6 months ago I called you up and asked you, couldn't we do something like this? And I can't believe you took me up on it.
You were the one who suggested it.
I'm the one. You blame me for it.
Well, listen, I love you for it.
Well, I love you too. And it's just been a great experience to meet all these great folks. And, I don't know, I'm just thrilled to death that I was able to come today.
Well, we are.
And I got somebody I'd like to say hello to. There's a friend of mine, I like to refer to him as president of my fan club.
Yeah.
Fat Daddy SD, Paul SD, real fine man.
Fat Daddy.
Fat Daddy. He named himself that, and everybody knows him. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. He's a great guy.
All right.
So,
He's
but
not,
I had to.
he's not here?
No, he was not able to come.
Oh, well.
But we'll get him here on the next go round, though.
The guy with the beard back here is raising his hand. Fat Daddy Estes. You want to stand up, Fat Daddy?
But anyway, I had to put 2 cents in. You know, I couldn't be here without opening my big mouth.
Bless your heart. We're glad to have you, and this is kind of your stepchild because you kind of gave birth to all of this. That sounds painful on the face of it. Glad you're here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And here comes Robert Lamar, better known as the new granddaddy Corky, is here. Hello, Corky.
I'm a first-time caller.
All right.
Everybody's forgot about Dave up here. Dave, I'd like to be in radio. Do I have a radio voice? Do you think I have a radio voice? Huh, Dave, do I have a radio voice?
Certainly so. You can certainly be on Whack Radio. Yes, indeed. We'll be talking to the program director after we spin these picks to click and the wax to watch and all those cassettes to crash. Yes, sir. As we look once again at the old clock on the wall, and it says 21 minutes past the big hour. And the big temperature thing outside the window says 41 big degrees. Yes, sir. You're on, Ludlow.
You had to speak to it, didn't you, Corky? Is that all for me? Is that
I got him to sleep, and you had to speak to him.
Hey, Lud.
Yeah.
I brought my wife with me today, Ludlow.
All right.
You know, I don't have to kiss her goodbye if I bring her with me. Did I tell you I got a brand new grandbaby? By the way, did I mention that I got a grandbaby and she's 8 pounds, 2 ounces, 2 weeks? So did I tell you that, Ludlow?
You had mentioned that, Cork.
Did I show you these 32 pictures that I got with me, Ludlow?
You tried to, but I need you.
Did I sing my little song about cow flipping, or is it slipping?
No.
Did you want to hear it?
Did you do that?
Did you think you could stop me?
Can you do it? Can you do it in 65 seconds?
I can do it in 65 seconds.
Do it.
Well, somebody turn the lights out. Did they turn the sound off?
There's a possibility that you could have knocked them out.
I got it.
I don't know. Oh, there we go. Now they're back on.
Did I sing the well part?
Yeah. You mean you're through?
No.
Oh, okay, go.
Well, my mind's out of gear. I've been flipping. I've been out cow flipping. But I ain't doing no more Pepsi sipping anymore, yeah.
All right, we're going to be talking to some more of the wackos right after we check in with Kirk Mellish. All right, welcome back, gang. We got about 4.5 before noontime at AM 750 WSB, and we have one of our very special guests at the microphone. Tell us what your name is.
Well, I'm the Roswell traveling salesman. Hello, Biggin.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing real good. How you doing
You're
today?
doing good. Glad to see you.
Yeah, it's great. Well, this is kind of different. I prefer this type of a wacko party because the last couple I went to, I had to stomp on a couple of guys for...
I remember that one time.
I remember
somebody was rowdy, and you took him to task.
I took him outside, beat him up, came back in. That's the time that one of them old boys thought I was Louis Grizzard.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I signed about 8 autographs as Louis Grizzard. And he's in big trouble now still, I'm sure. Yeah, I got my association that I'm working on.
Yeah.
I haven't got a name for it yet. And if you want to send in a suggestion for a name, the 1601 Peachtree Road, zip code, whatever, Ludlow will send them to me, so you don't have to worry about that.
I noticed back here, my friend Norman from the post office, when you go to the zip code, he fairly glows.
Yeah, that's it.
Stand up, Norman, and show how you glow. This is the world's foremost civil servant.
I use a 9-digit zip code myself.
Do you really?
Yeah. I got out of mouths of babes. Little Billy Bubba?
Yeah.
When we first moved here from Indiana 20 years ago?
Uh-huh.
We're going about 40 years old. We went to the Dollar movie to see Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
And the South was getting stomped, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was this one scene where it was really quiet. Everybody got quiet, and Atlanta was just about to get burned up. You could hear a pin drop in the place. And Billy Bubba says, "Hey, Dad, how come it's so quiet? We winning, ain't we?" And I said, after, let's act like we're going to get some popcorn. Leave this place. But good to see you, Porty. I'd like to see you one day when you're not smoking. I tell you what, if you quit smoking, I'll start wearing a seat belt. How's that?
All right, that's the deal. I have to. I have a tar deficiency.
Oh, all right.
And let me ask you a question. Did you come here to be entertained or to practice medicine?
A little bit of both, Porky. Well, I'll tell you what, if you got a chart efficiency, we'll send you back to asphalt. That ought to be.
You come see us, big boy. The Roswell Traveling Salesman. Yes, sir. All right, now, I want everybody to show a little respect because the mayor of Lost Mountain is here. Hello, Your Honor.
Ludlow, my main man.
How you doing?
I just wondered what this old feller's trying to do to Lurleen over here. He's on her back. There he was.
That's Luther Phillips who made it in from the parking lot.
I believe he.
And that old ugly girl with him is Buffy. Ain't she something? Buffy, how you doing?
That's not Buffy. That's Zoo lady or Zoo something.
Buffy didn't make it?
No, Buffy didn't make it.
An amiable substitute.
I think from the way he looks, Buffy's wore out.
Yeah, could be.
I'm not sure.
We'll be talking to Luther. Yeah, you doing all right, Mayor?
It's not Maynard, or is it Millard? Millard, my main man. I'm telling you, I got his autograph on it. I was going to get yours, but I already got yours.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But I hadn't got Millard's.
Yeah, but do you have any one of my new books from Longstreet Press, 1295?
I have one of the new books and one of the tapes. I got it out there this morning.
Never let it be said that I cut a politician short.
But you're going to?
Or to the quick. But can we talk to you again after the news?
Sure.
You just help when I'm doing this, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I have some.
All right. Now, we're going to check in with the AM 750 WSB News Center and then be right back with you. All right. Here we are back at the Stouffer Waverly. It is 7 minutes after 12 o'clock at AM 750 WSB. And just before the news, we were talking with His Honor, the Mayor of Lost Mountain. And, Your Honor, come back to the microphone.
Thank you, Ludlow. I found my tickets. You can go ahead with that drawing, Millard.
The drawing is... hang on your tickets.
Well, I won't be able to find them again. I'll put them back in my pocket.
All right, we'll put them next to your heart.
Which one?
Never mind.
Ludlow, I wasn't going to mention this today, but she sent me another one if you want to hear it.
A letter from Mama. Certainly we want to hear a letter from Mama all the way from Fargo.
Fargo, Georgia. Now, it's not North Dakota, South Dakota.
We're talking about the Fargo.
The Fargo.
Yeah.
Anybody got any glasses out there?
Can you need some glasses?
What's off? Dear Mayor, you know, she's got parentheses.
Yeah.
Son, things are fine in Fargo today, she states. Your father, to bless his big heart, she loves him. She's real religious like her.
Loves him a lot.
I'm going to have to find my glasses, Ludlow. She writes so little.
Look where your tickets are. They're next to your tickets.
Maybe this from Lurleen, I think. With her phone number on it. Makes me nervous. Still won't know what that old man doing to her back a while ago. Bless his big heart, he is all beside himself. The other morning, he went to the door in his favorite and put the rabbit, she states right here, back in its cage. About an hour later, we heard the most awful blood-curdling screams coming from their back porch and yard. He ran over and the lady stated that the rabbit had died the day before and she buried it and now it's back. I guess, poor Papa, I guess he reverts back to his childhood. He told me one time that as a child, his family moved a lot, but he seemed to always find them. Love, Mama.
All the way from Fargo. Thank you, Mayor. All right. Tell us your name, dear.
Yeah, I'm Willie from
What they look like. No, Milton Crabapple. I introduced myself. I'm Stormin Norman. He said, God darn zip code. So, you look a lot thinner in person when you're on the radio.
And you look taller.
I've got some figures to throw at you.
All right, good.
Can I do that?
Throw them out at us. These are about the post office.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How'd you get here today?
I snuck out.
Did you know the zip code?
Nobody in Decatur's getting any mail.
How did you find this place out the zip code's what I want to know.
You told me.
All right.
Well, how many people in here use their zip code?
Everybody.
Thank you. How many use zip plus 4? Never mind.
Did you hear that they turned on you, didn't they?
Forget that last question. Well, you know, last year the Postal Service delivered over 160 billion pieces of mail.
Wow.
They did a survey. Thank you. I delivered 1 billion of them myself, I think. Out of that 160 billion, the post office did a survey.
Yeah.
There was only 50 without a zip code.
All of them from me.
Wait a minute. They pinned it down to the southeast, and then they pinned it all down to Atlanta, and then pinned it to WSB. What do you want to say anything?
All I want to say is those 50 letters are the only ones you delivered that got there on time.
Hey, you're not supposed to embarrass me in front of all these people. Well, listen, the Internal Revenue and the Postal Service are getting together now. All of the letters without zip codes, we're supposed to turn them into the IRS.
I promise you that I'll do better.
What?
Because I have one thing in life that never fool around with somebody that can tie up your bank account with a form letter.
Yeah, I told you about the letter I got about a month ago.
Amen, yeah.
I'm still sweating that out. Where was I? Oh, Lord. The 50 without a zip code.
Right, yeah.
Now, the IRS is going to start watching the people that don't put zip codes on their mail because they're figuring if they forget to put those numbers, they may be forgetting to put numbers on their tax return. So start using zip code and keep using it.
Tom, I promise you I will.
Okay, and I sure am enjoying this.
Bless your heart. Nice answer. Nice man. Stormin' Norman. Here she is. Can you reach that microphone or you want me to?
I think so.
There we go.
Howdy! I'm just so proud to be here, and I'm so glad I could come, and I'm so glad everybody else could come. You know, I'm Minnie Pearl's cousin, Leather Breeches, lots of girl. And I'm going to yodel for you, and I'm going to sing a little song about leather beans. How about that?
I love it. I love
okay.
it. Go get them. All right.
I just want some leather beans. I can't stand them collard greens. Pass the cornbread if you please, and give me a bowl of leather beans. When I die and go to rest, don't put flowers on my breast. Just bring me some leather beans. I can't stand them collard greens.
All right, leather breeches. All right.
Oh, it was a joy.
Thank you. Leather breeches. Incidentally, leather breeches. I was talking, Barbara Dooley's writing a new book, and you're in it. I'll tell you all about it. That she did. Leather Breeches has made Barbara Dooley's book. It is 16 and a half minutes after 12 o'clock at AM 750.
Hey, we're number one. Set it up. Knock it down. Oh, yeah. I am good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the most.
All right, we're going to check in now with our own meteorologist, love.
Hello, darling.
Hi there.
This is Crazy Linda from East Point.
Yeah, Linda.
I'd like to tell you that I love this family reunion.
Oh,
really
thank
had
you.
a wonderful time.
Thank you.
There's one person that's always controversial, never boring, and always gets our blood stirring, and I haven't had a chance to meet this person yet. If we all promise not to throw tomatoes at this person, could we meet Joe?
If Joe was here,
I would
somehow
consider it, Joe, if you're here, I would consider it a personal honor to meet you because he never bores me. Thank you.
Thank you. No, you're right. Joe is kind of the spice of our show. Yes, ma'am.
Hello there, Ludlow. I'm Peanut, too. I'm a first-time caller. I want to thank you for that T-shirt. My husband's a big fan of yours, and so am I.
All right, wonderful. Thank you.
Love your restaurant. I have a out-of-mouths babe that might interest that postal worker.
All right.
My nephew just moved across town down in Savannah, and they were lucky enough to keep their same phone number. And he had just memorized it going to kindergarten. And he said, well, Mama, that was so lucky we transfer our phone number. Why can't we just transfer our address?
I love it. The kid may be on to something. I love it. Hello there. Tell us your name.
This is J.J. the Whiskey Store.
I'm glad you're here. I wish I had a Bible so me and you could both swear on it, because you are the man who first put me on to the square tomato seed.
I have a concession set up right next to your book.
That's
and
good.
Anyone who doesn't believe it can check.
It's an absolute truth. I've given that address several times, but it's an absolute truth. There are square tomatoes.
Well, now, I came today to see the square tomato you promised you were going to bring.
I didn't sprout. Did not even sprout. But next year I'll get them.
Well, I am only here for a couple of reasons. One is to join this family. You just said something about a family reunion. And, but for the sake of John from Redan, not Redan, I got a ticket and I'm here.
All right.
And I want you to have it every so often so we can all get back again. But somebody said something earlier about all the businesses that have been shut down today so we can have this. I don't know about everybody else, but I got a list as long as your arm. I'm delivering. I got a truck backed up to the door. And you may be only selling Cokes here, but I got what goes in it outside.
All right. J.J. the Whiskey Store man. Thank you, pal. All right.
Mr. Porch.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Bruce, doggy chiropractor.
The doggy chiropractor is with us.
Hawkinsville, Georgia.
Hawkinsville, Georgia. And the last time we talked face-to-face was when we were doing the St. Patrick's Day thing, and you came to Dublin.
I sure did.
All right, good to have you.
It's worth coming 40 miles to see you, Mr.
Bless your heart, bless your heart.
Yeah, I've been here 2 weeks cleaning these damn rooms. Then come find out Sam come up and gave me a ticket.
Sam gave you a ticket to get in here?
That you give me.
You had planned on to get in here kind of through the back door with Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I always want to be on your program.
Uh-huh.
And, so I've been up here incognito today, on your program.
Yeah, Miller's face is red because he didn't know. He'd been talking to you. He didn't know who you were.
I fooled him. Sam said he sounded like a nice guy Friday. I told Sam, I said, don't let that boy fool you. He's weird.
Well, he's a nice guy, but he is weird.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get him for calling me Brucey so much.
He calls you Brucey?
Brucey.
Well, you got enough problems without somebody calling you Brucey.
I know, I tell you. But it's nice being here, Mr. Porch. I know I speak for everybody here. We love you, Mr. Porch.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. We appreciate it.
God bless you, Mr. Porch. Have a good day.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Brucey, the doggy chiropractor. Hello there. Tell us your name.
I am Red Bubble.
Red Bubble, and you not unlike Clark Gable at all.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you. No mustache.
No mustache.
Big ears.
That's all right. Well, but the hair covers them nicely. You look good.
It's a delight to be here. I drove
Green coat's a little suspect.
Well, I'm from Augusta.
No, I do. I love your coat. Love your
Thank
coat.
you.
Sorry the monkey died, but I love your coat.
Yes.
I'm teasing you. Go right ahead, Red.
You know, this lady was living alone, and she went to the pet shop to see if she could get company. And the pet shop owner talked her into buying a parrot. So she was a school teacher. The next day she came in about 3 hours late for supper. The parrot cut loose a string of blue words you would not believe. And she said, I thought you were Southern Baptist and didn't curse. He said, well, you were wrong. The teacher goes over, grabs the parrot, throws her into the freezer, leaves the parrot in there 30 minutes. Finally, the teacher comes out, opens up the freezer door. Out comes the parrot, shaking, shivering, and the parrot knew that he was being punished. Next day, same thing. 3 hours late, teacher comes in, he's raising sand again. She takes the parrot, throws it into the freezer, leaves the parrot in there for 2 hours. Finally, when she opens the door, the parrot is shivering and shaking and whatever. The parrot says, wait just a moment, we've got to have a discussion, lady. She says, well, what is it? He said, what did this turkey do? Fred, it's a pleasure to meet all these wackos, and I've got a little something here. If we got about a minute, dedicate to Sparky. We got it.
Can you do it? Can you do it in 30 seconds?
Well, it's 2 seconds, 2 words a second, maybe. The Optimist Creed. On behalf of the 4,500 optimists in Georgia, we want to welcome you to the Waverly and to all of Georgia. And this one is dedicated to Sparky and Jude Mugg. Promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind, to talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet, to make all your friends feel that there's something in them, to look at the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true, to think only the best, to work only for the best, and expect only the best, to be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own, to forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future, to wear a cheerful countenance at all times and give every living creature you meet a smile, to give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize others, to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. God bless you.
Very nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, also, thank you. Erling, are you coming to the microphone?
Oh, Lord.
Are you coming to I want you to come to the microphone here. I want you to be careful, Erling, because you could kill this old man.
She already tried.
Luther, you promised me that you would do the bunny hop with me.
Don't say it, Luther. What a straight line to give to this dirty old man.
Can I go first?
Sure.
Right after we go off there at 1 o'clock, he will probably go off of, never mind.
Luther, we don't even have to get naked, dear heart.
I ain't got time.
Please.
Get naked.
Well, you know what you said the last time. You said, well, if she dies, she dies.
That's the way it goes.
Thank you, Erling. Be careful. Be careful. This could be fatal. You know what you mean. All right. And here she is. Walk up here and tell us your name, my love.
My name's Bloody Mary.
Bless your heart. Bloody Mary.
Eddie Pooh and I have been thinking about taking a second honeymoon, and I wanted Luther's recommendations. I'm sure he has some.
You mean about where to go or what to do on it?
Both. Because we've forgotten.
You go to the Never Give Up retirement home.
Never Give Up retirement.
Never Give Up retirement home.
What?
That's in Dawsonville.
Oh, that is wonderful. Thank you so much.
No, we got a nude wing up there.
A nude wing?
A nude wing.
A nude wing. All right, and we have another one of our favorites. Give us your name, please.
Milton Crabapple. That girl, darn Luther.
Yeah?
Now, Ludlow, I was going to tell you something. Now, he come through Crabapple a while back.
In that red car?
Yes, sir. And dude had to stop him on account of he run that stop sign. I didn't see it. Well, that Luther come in the next day and throwed that citation down on the table and said, do you have any idea who I am? And I said, dude, get Buffy on the phone. Luther's down here and can't remember his name. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Neil.
It is a 12:42 and a half at AM 750 WSB.
I've been upstage about a hick.
Dave Folk named Eileen, and there were several people called in and suggested Trinity, and somebody said, well, since the other one is named Tripod, name this one Easel. And then somebody said Leslie. I thought Leslie was cute. But I named her Trinity Eileen Thompson.
I like it.
She didn't like her initials, though. But she knows her name now, and by the way, you know, she had puppies, and I didn't
You
know.
don't fool with anything but promiscuous dogs.
No, I only have one male. His name is Smiling Jack.
And he's very... And of course, we all know why he's smiling, don't we?
It took me a while to find out. But when we had 13 new puppies,
What do you do with all these dogs? I'm just curious.
you'd be surprised how many homes I find for these dogs. I found homes for all of those 6 last week.
Do you know what I think? I think people are driving from all over North Georgia to your mail route because they hear you on WSB and they're driving, dropping dogs off and leaving.
I believe that too. You know, Norman was sort of concerned that I put them in the back seat and let them get muddy feet on their mail.
Yes.
I pull a little wagon behind my mail car, and I put them back there. I've got a warmer back there in the wintertime for them, though, and a little air conditioning in summer so they don't suffer, so I can get them home.
How many dogs would you animals would you estimate that you have picked up along the way and taken to safe homes over the years?
Probably around 200.
And you did that all at taxpayers' expense.
Ludlow, you dirty dog.
I love you. You take care.
Thanks.
All
I've
right.
enjoyed this.
Thank you. All right, I almost gave the telephone number again. Time for me to tell everybody what an opportunity this is. When you leave here, if you're hungry, why don't you go to the Blue Ribbon Grill? That's right. Buy a shirt like Miller's, but I'm also Miller's tailor. No, tonight and tomorrow night, the Blue Ribbon Grill, 2 prime ribs for the price of 1. So you stop by any of the locations and enjoy yourself. And if you're not in the mood for prime rib, you might try some of the meatloaf, some of the catfish, or whatever you found on that menu. I hope you will enjoy it. The Blue Ribbon Grill, and don't forget, gang, you got to eat somewhere, and we need the money. Right back after this. 6 degrees, and if our computer can be believed, and goodness knows it can, Santa Claus is on line 4. Hello, Santa.
Hello, little Ludlow. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving and a merry beginning of the Christmas